So, a bit of a hot topic. Does everybody, and I mean everybody, need to use a VPN in all scenarios? Now, I may get some backlash or some hate, maybe from some other streaming YouTubers when I say that no, not everybody does need a VPN. So, there's definitely many scenarios where I personally would not recommend a VPN, and I can just tell you for a fact that I don't use a VPN in those scenarios either. So, I'll say probably the first one to really discuss is if you're somebody that, just watches Netflix or, the standard streaming applications like Prime Video or Hulu or Disney Plus. Now, in that example or that scenario, I really can't see any benefit in using a VPN. And in most cases, as you know, when you do activate your VPN, your speeds do tend to drop. So why would I want to activate a VPN, slow my speeds, and then just access those official services? Now, I mean, to be fair, you could say there's some argument for geo-restricted content, but just for accessing normal content, which is available for you, if you are just using those official services, if you are a cord cutter who maybe pays for YouTube TV or one of the other official streaming services, then no, I don't see any benefit or any reason that you need to use a VPN. Now, the second scenario where I don't think a VPN is really required is if you are using Real-Debrid. Now, if you don't know what Real-Debrid is, it's a premium service, and using this service, you can now access premium file lockers. Now, these file lockers or file host or cloud-based storage hosts typically hold a higher quality or just the best quality content, whether that's movies or TV shows or different content. If you really want the best quality content, that's always held on these premium file hosts. Now, what Real-Debrid allows you to do is, instead of you signing up for all of these different hosts like RapidGator and all the other ones I can't remember, you just pay a single fee to Real-Debrid, which is a few dollars a month, and that automatically gives you access to all of those premium file lockers. And really, once you use it, trust me when I say you'll never go back to streaming without Real-Debrid. Now, the great thing about Real-Debrid is because they do all of the downloading for you. In most cases, they have the content already downloaded, so you're just making a straight connection to Real-Debrid, and you can then bring down that content. And if your ISP were to check the logs, all they'll see is you're making a connection to the Real-Debrid servers. They won't be able to see the content that you're downloading. On top of that, for torrents, if you do use torrents through Real-Debrid, again, it's going to be the Real-Debrid servers that download the content for you. And once they've downloaded that, you can then make a direct connection to those servers and pull down that content. You will not be engaging in any torrenting or P2P traffic because, again, Real-Debrid will be managing that workload for you. So again, in this scenario, I really don't see any benefit of using a VPN. And personally, when I use Real-Debrid, I never use a VPN for that. And the last scenario is probably the most relevant one, where it really does depend on where you are in the world. Your local laws, your local streaming laws, your local copyright laws will determine if you really need to use a VPN or not. I mean, one of my previous videos, which was talking about using VPNs for torrenting, I had so many comments from all over the world, especially in certain countries like, from Poland or from Brazil or from India, where people were just saying that, because of their local country laws, they've never used any kind of VPN and they've been torrenting and downloading content 24/7. So based on your location, you'll have to check your local laws. But if you're in a country which really doesn't care about, copyright or DMCA or torrenting, then why use a VPN? Because clearly your country has no issues with anybody downloading anything. So they're probably the three main scenarios where I can't see any benefit or use case for using a VPN. But just to balance things out, let me tell you the three main reasons why I would personally use a VPN. So the first reason that I personally use a VPN is for scenarios like this. So the CW application is something that I reviewed recently, has some great content, lots of current and recent popular TV shows are all available in this application, which is absolutely free. But when I click on it, I click on play, and there's the message there, guys. So this is now telling me that this application has detected my geolocation, and based on that location, it's not going to show me that content. Now, this is a perfect example or a perfect scenario where you can use a VPN to bypass these restrictions and get access to the content that you want. So now in my example, I'm going to open up my VPN, and many thanks to Ivacy for sponsoring this video. Now we can see that Ivacy, which I have covered before, has a very easy to use basic layout. I can click on United States, see all of the countries that it supports, and it does have multiple servers in each of these locations. So even if one of these servers is blocked by whichever application, you have multiple other servers to try to get through to get to the access that you want. So in my example, because I'm trying to use the CW application, I'm going to click on United States, give that a second, and we can see at the bottom there it says your location was UK, and it's now changed to United States. So let's now press the home key. I can now go back to the application, scroll down, choose an episode, and this time we can see no error messages, no warnings. In a couple of seconds, we are straight into that content. So that really is one of the big benefits of VPNs, and particularly with Ivacy, is you have the ability to unlock that geo-restricted content. And this is one of the things that Ivacy really excel at. So whether it's applications like the CW or Tubi TV or even Netflix. So if you're interested in accessing some of the other libraries like the Korean library or the USA library or the UK library, you can unlock multiple Netflix libraries by using Ivacy VPN. And as you can see, it really does work really well. So let's back out of that. So that's probably the first and probably the main reason why I would be using a VPN, is that ability to access geo-restricted content. Next up, we have torrents now, and I have covered torrents before, but rest assured that if you do want the highest quality, the highest bitrate, the highest audio quality, then torrents really are the best way to get access to that content. And with Ivacy, you do get dedicated servers for torrenting. So if you're interested in downloading content or maybe building a library, then using Ivacy with those special torrent servers is really the best way for you to get access to that content. And we can quickly jump over to my PC. I can quickly show you a quick demo of me downloading something using those Ivacy torrenting servers. Now here we can see the Ivacy client for Windows is a lot more feature rich. We have dedicated sections for streaming. So for example, if I'm interested in any of these services and it's not available for me, I can just click on the service. Ivacy will then automatically connect to the server it needs to connect to, so you can access that service without any issues. But the section we're interested in is a secure download. So I can now click on that. We can see that secure downloading is now enabled. I can choose a location. Let's just go with Belgium. Click on connect. And what's happening now is Ivacy is making a connection to a dedicated server which is specifically designed for torrenting or downloading. And once that establishes a connection, I can then open up my favorite torrent client and then download any content I want. Here we can see I'm now connected. And let's say, for example, I want to download Ubuntu through torrents. We can see I've got the file here, the torrent file. So when I now double click on that, I'm using a Deluge or Deluge. I can say, yes, I want to download this ISO file through torrents, which is just over 2.5 gig. I can click on add, and we can see in a couple of seconds that now starts downloading. If I click on peers, and this now shows me all of the people that have already got this file or a portion of this file, and through the P2P network, I can now download the content directly from them. So if you are concerned about your ISP monitoring you or checking what you're downloading, especially through torrents, then using those dedicated downloading servers from Ivacy should give you that peace of mind. So, and the feature works really well. And of course, you can find torrents for anything you want to download. So that's how the service works. Let's now talk about the price. There's currently a massive promotion giving you 87% off the normal price. So you're talking just over $1 a month if you sign up for the 5-year package. On top of that, for you guys, my loyal subscribers, I've even got an extra discount code which will give you even more discount. So we can see right now this is 133. But for example, if I just say enter a coupon code, and this is a special code just for my subscribers, type that in, click on apply, and that $80 price point goes down to $64 for 5 years protection, guys. I mean, really, at that price point, it's an absolute no-brainer. That is more or less just $1 a month for all of those great features. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I will leave all of the links and the discount code in the pinned comment, and also the video description. So if you do want to check it out, do have a look. Do leave me a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.